modern women are finding out the good men are not waiting up for them. We've got a video for you here today from Griffin Mind. Let's just get right into it.
I messaged a guy that I did not talk to for like 8 years, literally like hooked up with him like 8 years ago. And I randomly thought about him, like, you know, like when you're single at like 28, you start thinking about, oh, maybe from the past, like this is a good guy. Yeah, no, This is what went down. First I messaged him, hey stranger. He said, sorry, who's this? I said, Leah Bars. And then when I said, well, I said Leah, haha, and then I said Bars. And then when I sent Bars, it didn't say delivered. So I was like, did he block me? So then I did this. I went to his Venmo and I sent him $1 and I said, did you block me? And then
Whenever a modern woman blocks a guy, it's supposed to be like this power move to humble men. But if a man does it to a woman, she can't stand the idea of being rejected. This woman takes it to a new level and literally gave the guy money in hopes that he would talk to her. That is insane.
Then he unblocked me and said, what's up? This is random. I said, well, why did you block me? He said, why are you texting me? I said, whoa, I don't know, to catch up. He's like, it's been 8 years. I said, damn, I didn't know people couldn't talk again. My bad. He's like, I have a wife and kids now. Plot twist, my bad. He said, think you're a weirdo. I said, right back at you. And then the conversation just ended and honestly woke up mortified. So please stitch this with any other stories that you have that are similar or worse than this, so it makes me feel better about my decisions. Thank you.
It's funny how quickly she got defensive with that guy. He made it clear that he moved on and she took it as an insult. Now she wants sympathy from other single women because her bonkers plan went absolutely nowhere. She made a mess of her life and there is just no fixing it.
Whoever said men love when women shoot their shot is a damn lie. Because I slid into some men's DMs and I let him know he was handsome. And I told him, like, you know, you're handsome and I might just let you take me to lunch. And he gonna leave me on red.
I bet the he did leave you on red. It ain't no way y'all don't be thinking before y'all say shit, G. You really DM'd that man and said that shit and you expected a response? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I wish a woman would, gang. If a woman ever DM me and say, hey, you handsome, I just might let you spend your money on me.
That's not shooting your shot. That's essentially begging a man for a free lunch. And considering women like this go after Chad, there's no way that this guy is going to feel honored by the idea of wasting his money on lunch with an entitled middle-aged woman. These women actually have no idea that they bring nothing to the table. It's crazy to me.
Previously, my relationships, like, they just stepped up more financially, especially since he's like 23. I expected him to like just buy me more stuff.
But you guys were only together for a month, so what were your expectations in terms of what he should have been buying you?
I sent him a picture of the Chanel bag that I wanted, and he didn't like buy me it. I feel like if a girl is sending you something like, oh, this bag is so cute, like, why is it not at the front of my doorstep the next day?
Women like this don't want a relationship. They just want free trinkets. And when men make it clear that they aren't going to be showering her with expensive gifts, they act like men are the jerks for not giving her free stuff. No man is willing to waste his money on a woman like that.
He's 23, bro.
Yeah.
How much do you think he spent on you total?
I don't know. We went on a date like at least once a week. 200 per date?
Did you guys hook up?
No.
If she wanted that, then it's okay to ask for it.
It's okay for her to ask for a $2,000 bag?
I mean, yeah, I think it's okay. You know, there's a guy out there that will actually give it to you if he really likes you.
Right? If I'm dating you, like, you know, I feel like you should understand me, you know? You know I want that back.
That sounds more like a sugar daddy than a boyfriend.
No,
yeah,
I
it
don't think
really
so.
does. And it's really hypocritical that you didn't even like care to know what job he had, but you want his money.
I don't want his money. I just feel like it's expected.
You want a guy to spend $2,000 on you within the first month. You gotta bump way up the age you're willing to date. I'm talking 40 plus. Unless he's a major simp, nobody under 40 is spending $2,000 on a girl they just met.
Okay.
They've gone out on a few dates, they didn't have bedroom fun, and she's expecting him to drop literally thousands of dollars on her. Mind you, this is a woman who has probably hooked up with dudes on the first date before, so this level of entitlement is just off the charts. You are not entitled to presents just because you show up to dates. It doesn't work that way.
He tells you you can't go to the club without him. Will you listen to him?
Fuck no. I'm not going for men. I'm going for myself. Because I love dancing too.
If a man came and he grinded on you in the club, how would he feel?
Is it with my consent?
I mean, would you consent?
If I want to consent, that's different. But if I don't want to consent, that's gonna be different too.
Would you?
If I actually say yes, you can grab my ass. Yes, you can grab my ass.
What the fuck?
And then he wouldn't.
He'll say, yeah, he'll say whatever you want to.
He'll say he'll be okay.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be my body.
I'm not sure.
He's not sure.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you trust her?
Yeah.
You have to think about that, man.
Yeah, I trust in her.
That's the look of a man who cannot believe that he wasted his time with a woman who has no problem with a dude grinding up against her at the club. He realized that this woman has zero respect for him and herself, by the way, and hopefully he's going to dump her so that she can go back to clubbing on her own.
Talking to multiple people at once is really weird because you'll have one guy that barely acknowledges you and barely even says good morning, and then you'll have another one that asks you for photo updates of the garden that you're growing. Take a guess as to which one you like more.
Modern women keep telling men that they want someone who's invested in their hobbies and in touch with their emotions, but they keep going back to men who don't give a crap about them. And then they wonder why men have given up on them.
If we were to get together, what would you expect me to pay for in the relationship?
Going out to eat, and then just like little things. And eventually, if we're going to live together and all that, I'd expect you to take on more responsibility.
I'm covering rent, light, internet, groceries, your hair, nails, makeup, lashes, lipstick, shoes, clothes, everything?
Yeah, why not? Can you do it?
Of course, but why should I?
If a woman ever looks at you and says that you have to take her out to dinner regularly and pay for her entertainment, then it's clear that she's not actually interested in you as a man. She's only interested in how much she can get out of you before dumping you. This is like a guy saying that a woman has to cook X amount of meals and they have to be this and that before even getting to know her. Like, the women would just look at you like you're an idiot.
Because you're a man.
So because I'm a man, I'm expected to cover everything if I were to date you.
Right, and I'm a woman, right? And you'd expect me to put out, correct?
Absolutely.
Like, you would expect to have relationships with me.
I mean, absolutely.
So I'd expect something back because I could at one point bear your children, and I would expect, if I'm going to have 9 months of pregnancy, to be able to have a husband who can take care of me.
Is this a new mindset that you have, or did you always think this way?
If a man is responsible for taking care of a woman financially and all she's willing to do is have bedroom fun with him, then that makes her a member of the world's oldest profession, just with extra steps. That's all these women have to offer, which is actually quite sad. And that's not what men are actually looking for when they are looking for girlfriends or wives or anything like that.
It's fairly new. I think when I was younger, there were points where I was more okay with paying and things like that, and I just found that it really does not benefit you at the end of the day. Like, you could pay and you could like really give more, but it's not the best. If you think about it, the world was kind of built for men.
In what ways?
I mean, it's a patriarchy. I know everybody hates that word. If you're a man, you probably hate that word, but the system is kind of designed for men, you know?
Do you think we'd still have as much success as we are as a society if we were in a matriarchy?
I'm not sure, but I do think that, you know, we live in a patriarchal society and there is still like so much misogyny in the world, and that's just the truth, you know, it's just the truth.
Men are tired of hearing that the world was built for them because nothing could be further from the truth. The world was built by men, and women reap a lot of the benefits. And instead of showing any appreciation, they just demand more while saying that you're the villain.
So I'm going on another date. And I know you're probably like, but you just posted about how you love being single. Yeah, but I also love attention. I love being flirted with, like, and flirting. Like, I'm literally, the world's literally my oyster. I could kiss him. I could do whatever I want to do. So I'm gonna do it. Yup. Who's gonna stop me? Not you. I'll tell you that. What do we think? I'm keeping it like...
What a red flag.
Chill girl vibes. These jeans are like really big on me. Because I'm getting so skinny. I like literally slept 5 hours last night.
Psycho, dude.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a drink. Yeah, I'm gonna have another drink. Yeah, I drank last night. I'm gonna have another drink tonight. Whatever, like whatever. The world's my oyster. Maybe I'll kiss him, I don't know. Maybe I'll kiss him.
When women post videos like this, they have no idea how unattractive they look. It doesn't matter if they actually don't look ugly or they look nice. The way they act is actually just very telling. She's talking about getting intoxicated and making out with a guy, and she thinks that somehow she's a catch here. It makes no sense.
Okay, girls, put a finger down if within the first month of dating, your boyfriend planned a date and he planned to pick you up, but you said you're not getting in the car because other girls have been in the car, namely his ex-girlfriends. So 5 days later, when the date pulled around, he said he booked you an Uber and he sent you the reg. This car pulled up along the street and it didn't look like a regular Uber, but maybe he splurged on the premium kind. So you're a bit hesitant, but you get in the car and you give his name, and then he turns around You're asking him what he's doing in this Uber, and he tells you that a couple days ago he went to the dealership and switched his car in and bought this new car because he didn't feel comfortable with you going on trains or tubes or Ubers, and he wanted to be the one driving you around places. And put a finger down if all of that was a lie.
Take a look at her face. That's a look of pure frustration that the guy she was dating wasn't willing to upgrade his car simply because other women sat in the front seat. If she was honestly expecting a man to do that, all she can expect is to be alone for the rest of her life. And let's be real, guys. Again, if these women are attracted enough to you, they don't actually care at the end of the day.
I love when someone posts a picture of their ugly boyfriend and will be like, mine. Like, thank God he's yours. Like, nobody wants to go 10 feet within that thing. Like, thank you, he's yours. Thank God. Like, nobody wants that.
These women are so lonely that they're triggered by pictures of other people's boyfriends. The mere idea of an average guy getting with a woman while she's still single makes her so mad that she has to call that man ugly, as if that insult means anything to that guy.
I would never date a broke man.
There really are a lot of arrogant individuals out there that truly believe that a lot of people really care who they would date.
That is so pathetic as a man to be broke. That is your one job, to provide and protect.
Actually, that would be 2 jobs, but I digress.
And you're gonna let me pay for anything around you? No.
There are some really entitled women out there, and believe it or not, they're not necessarily talking about someone that they're in a relationship with.
I would not even be friends with a guy who makes me pay for stuff.
Oh yeah, some women feel entitled to leech off of their male friends as well.
You're a man, bro, and you're gonna watch a girl buy a coffee in front of you? You don't have $7? Like, no.
Like, yes, he should. Because it's just my opinion, but unless, of course, a woman is married to a man, that man doesn't have any financial obligation to her whatsoever. And I really feel sorry for women who think like this, because they're the very same ones who wonder why they don't get more respect from men.
Modern women are in no position to talk about what a quote-unquote real man does when they don't even meet the basic requirements of being a lady. They act like spoiled brats a lot of the time, and then they wonder why men don't want to be traditional with them or waste their time with them. It's ridiculous. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.